What a great afternoon. I got to explore some of the soft roads of Fulton County. I didn't even know these roads existed until just a few days ago. What a treat to come across a huge flock of mute swans. Beautiful birds. Well, before I start today, I need to give a shout out to my son, Jonathan, who came in from Arizona over the weekend and brought some replacement parts to get my mic up and going again. I've been missing my mic the last couple of weeks. Back a long, long time ago, in World War I, and this is, there's been movies about this and all sorts of inspirational pieces. There was a Christmas truce or ceasefire for a day between the different forces fighting in Europe in World War I. And during that time, they came out of their foxholes, they sang Christmas carols together in the different languages, they played a soccer game, and then went back into their foxholes and the trenches, and slowly, after Christmas was all over, got back into the business of killing each other. I just mentioned this because I was reading about it this past week. It's a very well-known story. You know it, I know it. But the generals didn't like that ceasefire. And my understanding is that the next World War II, the Germany started a campaign just before Christmas so there wouldn't be any ceasefire. Now, what do the generals have against peace? Well, exactly, peace. There was a war to be fought, and if these soldiers from the different countries, the opposing forces, got together and saw each other, and knew each other, and sang together, and played sports together, and showed each other pictures of their wife or husbands and their children back home, it wasn't so likely they wanted to go out the next day and start killing each other. Because, see, you can have an enemy that you don't know, but it's awfully hard to have an enemy that you're friends with. There's something about our conscience once we get to know someone that just makes it harder for most of us to be cruel to that person. I noticed that in our country, we are polarized from the right to the left, or left to the right, from conservatives to liberals, from rural to urban, with the different ethnicities. We almost hate each other. And I often see on Facebook and social media clips like that say stuff like, if you're going to vote for this person, just take away my friendship right now because we're no longer friends. Wow. harsh to put ties on friendship with only those that think the way we think. I watched the Trump-Harris debate, or Harris-Trump debate, the other day, and I noticed something. They were questioning whether these two people would shake each other's hands or not when they came out before the debate. And a commentator mentioned that this would be the first time that the two of them had ever met in person. These two people didn't know each other. They made strong claims about each other. They said some pretty derogatory things about each other. They kind of labeled each other as, thinking this or being good for this or bad for that. But a lot of the attacks became personal. They weren't just attacks that going both ways. They weren't just attacks, this is a policy or that policy, which there was some of that, but it was deeper than that, and the people didn't know each other. Something should be done to bring our people back together again. I agree with that. I think we need to fight this polarization. I don't think a policy is going to do it. I don't think some sort of organized plan is going to do it. I think from the grassroots up, we're just going to have to learn to be mature enough to get to know our enemies and not keep them away and stereotype them. And that starts with me, and that starts with you. And especially those of us that are Christians. Those of us who are Christians seem to be, at least it seems to me, that we are among the worst at that. And we do it in the name of God. We need to learn how to love and get to know people that disagree with us. You can do that. I can do that. And we can start a movement that actually makes a difference. Are you up for it? Not to like those that are like us, or not to love those who love us, but to love those and care about those and humanize, not dehumanize those that are more different than us and opposed to us. Well, the week is about over. In a few days, we'll be back in church worshiping together again. May God help you this week lower the temperature in our nation, at least your little part of our nation, just a degree or two before the week is over. And may God bless you.